In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make the best log drums. Log drums that is solid, log drums that is fat, log drums that is thick, log drums that is that knocks, log drums that... Why am I acting like this? I'm a grown-up man, for Christ's sake. I'm going to show you how to make the best log drums ever. So let's go do it.
It's ePianoh.
Alright, so for the purpose of this tutorial, I already made a small AmaPiano beat that we can use to do our practice, and let's just listen to what we have, and then I'll teach you how to make it from scratch. So let's listen. Very simple stuff. Then the bass comes in here. Hey.
It's ePianoh.
And for the reason why we are here, the log drums. Listen attentively. Very sweet. So let's get into it. See what I did here. Let me solo the log drums alone so you hear what I did. So this is my log drum right here. Yeah, that's like... So let's delete all the AmaPiano log drums. We'll delete everything. I'm deleting every single one of them, every single thing I did, and then I'm going to just make. We're gonna make something from scratch, because the purpose of this tutorial is for us to be able to learn how to do it ourselves, how to make something very beautiful. So now we don't have any log drums, we don't have anything. So as you all can know, most of you know, or just in case you don't know, the plugin that we use is a stock plugin inside flstudio called DX10. So look for your Fruity DX10. This is the beast of a plugin right here. This plugin right here is the answer to all our problems. So there's a preset in this plugin called Logdrums. As you can see here, Logdrums. Just select Logdrums, and then you have Logdrums. Right? This sounds good, right? It sounds good on its own. There's no doubt about that. But we can make it better, right? So let's do that. So there are some parameters that you need to check out when you're making a log drum. So we're gonna make a log drum that is thick and fat and then still punchy. So that's what we want to do. That's gonna be like our main log drum. So there are some things that you need to note. This is a very, very basic plugin, but there are some parameters that you can check. There's this music session, and there's this modulation 1 and modulation 2 session. So for here, what I always focus on is the ADSR. This one doesn't have S. ADSR means attack, decay, sustain, and release, right? So what we'll do is we'll focus on the attack. This attack means, it means how fast do you want the sound to. Do you want it to punch, or you want it to do, you get? So I'm going to, for those kind of punchy log drums, I like to keep my attack at 0, like this, at least. Then the decay means like how long do you want it to last for? Like do you want to cut off, or do you want it to like, right? So I'll probably turn up my decay a little bit. If I turn it down, you see how short it is. We want it to have some sort of I think I like it here like this. And release is actually how long do you want it to, after you've played it, do you want it to keep sustaining, or you want it to like cut off after immediately you remove your hand. So if I play it once, you see there's a ring to it. If I increase it, you'll hear it more. Right? It keeps going. So we don't want that to be like too long, but we want some of that in it. Right? And then we can come to this place, this modulation. I like for some reason I just like to like reduce this velocity a little bit, just a little bit, right? Just reduce it a little bit. And then you can put this attack. This attack, it depends on whatever you want. If you want it to have more, it's not attack, it's in it. So if you want it to be like more punchy, you increase it. And then it has more transient. But if you want it to sound like a bass, like more bass-like sound, then you can turn it down. And then to sound bass, like bass. So you can have this as your log drum. Basically, this is another log drum that I use sometimes. So it's nice as well. But what we're trying to do right now is to do a punchy one. So let's turn it up. Turn it up. Yeah. Yeah, and this time and sustain, those are like where the magic sauce is. That's the I'll design another log drum right so that we'll use it well. This is where we used to do like the designs and all the pow, 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 all those things. So turn this one up a little bit. You can turn the sustain up a little bit too. And then we have I think I like the way this is sounding. I like the way it's sounding. It sounds nice. So we have our first log drums. So I think I'm going to design more log drums and then I'm going to show you. But let's use this one as our base log drum, as our like foundation, right? So there are other things that you can do. I'm going to show you that as well. I really want to show you guys all the tricks, all the bells and whistles. So let's design something. Right? So we're on the key of C minor. We're on the key of C minor. So let's go there and then we'll design. Always make sure that your log drums, they are in key. Make sure they are in key. Make sure you're not doing log drums in another key that you're not supposed to. So let's do something low from here. Let's kum 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 kudu kum kum kum. Right? And one thing you can do with your log drum is you can come here. If you feel like it's not punchy enough, you can come here and increase the volume a tad. Right? It makes it more punchy, more loud and more in your face. Hey, there's something I need to check. Let me check something and then I'll teach you. If it works, I'll teach you. Yes, it works. So there's something I do when I'm doing my log drums. It is try to create different sounds of log drums inside the same log drum before I add another log drum to like spice it up. So I try to make some of the log drums sound, or some of the sound. Oh God, I can't speak English again. Go on, help me. I try to make some of the log drums sound different from how it would originally sound. So let's do something. So let's take this one up. So now this one, just double click it like this, and then you see this duration. Turn it all the way to 0. Now it's now infinite, right? And just turn it up 1. So you have 0 is like 0.00.01, something like that. So it's very, very short. And just click accept. Once you click accept, you notice that it is now very tiny. And now this tiny, let me solo it. And this tiny one will have a different sound. If you have designed, it depends on how you design your log drums. But let's see how this sounds. You see, it has a different sound, and you can easily tweak it however you want. If you want it to sound different, and then if you increase this time and whatnot, to sound even more aggressive, right? So we don't want it to be too aggressive. We just want it to sound sweet, right? Just sound simple and sweet. So that's fine for me. For me, that's good. Let's do something aggressive. Dugu. Let's paint all of this. I like to use this sometimes. Let's just do make sure everything that you're playing in your log drums is on cue. Very important. So let's do the same trick here again. We're just making the log drums sound pretty or look. Now we have a solid log drum for 4 bars. Let's do another 4 bars. We can copy and paste and then tweak as we like. I don't want this to again, so let's do something. So let's do the same trick here. We'll see if it works. Let's not do this one here again. No, let's leave it. Let's leave it. So I'm just creating something basic for us. I think this sounds good. This sounds good already. So one thing you want to do sometimes is places that you have this kind of rows. In order for it not to sound too mechanical, you can actually like increase the velocity like this so that it sounds like it's growing, right? As opposed to just being flat. I do that for some places too that are not like that, just to make it sound good. I can do that for here too. So sounds good. And one thing I don't do, I like to like use multiple log drums just to make it sound good. And then we can do that. So let's create another log drum for this one. Is going to be like for design. So I'm just going to duplicate that one. Let's rename this one. Let's say log drum source. Right? Let's name it log drum source. Let's do something. This log drum source I want to create is something that I'm going to use to design it's not the main log drum, but it's the spice, if you will. So let's create that. This is even easier, it's like way easier than the first one we did. So remember we talked about this ADSR part. So we want a little bit of decay, and then let's just put everything as 50-50, right? We want this attack to be here because we want it to like cut through. We don't want it to be slow. Or you can do your own to be slow. Let's find out. Let's just keep it like this first, and then we'll go to the modulation section. I said this one is like way easier. It's easier than the first one that we did. So this velocity thing, let's keep it as like 50%, right? We don't want it to. We don't want to contradict it. Let's put as 50%. And then remember this init sound. This init is what will make it sound. Is it that you want to make it have more transient, like can, or you want it to sound more like a bass, right? So if I put it up, I get more attack. If I take it down, it sounds like a bass. And we want this to sound more like a bass. We don't want it to have that transient because we're trying to use this for like a sauce, like to spice up the stuff. So let's take our time down as well. Yes, get to there. Then we'll increase our sustain a little bit. This is the magic. Ooh, that's the sound. Yeah. That's the sound we're looking for. And because we already now, yes, this sustain is where, like, if you want yours to be more aggressive, like there's times that you might actually want to like design your log drum to be like that. Maybe you can take up the sustain and then you have something like this, right? Alright, but that's not what I'm going for today. Let's just make it a tad. Yeah, this sounds good. Now, like I was saying about this attack, you might want your own to like start slowly. It gives another sound. You can hear that as opposed to. And you see? So it depends on what you're going for. I think I'm going for this one. This one sounds good. So now let's use this to design what we already have. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting this log drum in some spaces. Some little space that we might have like a little gap. I'm going to try to overdo it. Like I'm trying to overdo everything so that you can see how you can do it. What you're doing, don't overdo it too. So let's go. Let me play with the music. You can put it here and increase it here. Let's do another one here. In fact, like I said, let's overdo it. You can do another one here again. I'm trying to overdo it. If I let me take this off. So I think I'm going to reduce the volume a little bit. I don't want the volume to be like as loud. So yeah, that's a lot better. I'm sure you must have heard that a lot of that. Now you know how to make it. Let me give you one more source, one more very, very, very important thing to do. So let's duplicate the first one we added again. And then now what we want to do now is to add
God have mercy.
bottom, bass to it, right? So we have three options in this particular plugin. You can use other plugins as well, but inside this particular plugin that we use for Logdrum, you have three options. The first option is your eFlute, right? So just copy everything you have on the Logdrums here inside the eFlute, and then press Ctrl L. What Ctrl L does is like it elongates all the notes to join any notes in front. So Ctrl L, right? So everything has joined like that. So let's go to our eFlute. You can hear how the eFlute. Let's reduce the volume as well. We don't want the volume to be loud, right? You can hear that. So it adds if you are using headphones, you should be able to hear that. It adds a little bit of bass underneath. And then I said we have three options. We have FM sub as well. And And then we have the last one, which is like sine bass. I think I prefer this sine bass, so let's keep the sine bass. Let's keep the sine bass. So now we have our log drum. There's another thing that we can do to spice this thing up. Should I do it? Should I do it now or in the next class? I think I'm gonna do it in the next class. So I'm gonna like teach you ways to actually make your log drum game like go from like the way it is right. It's on the like good level now. Like it's gonna go like from good to like excellent. We're going higher, right? So let's hear everything we have. Let's just enjoy what we have and then let's listen. So from the start, right? The bass.
It's ePianoh.
Sounds amazing. I'm sure you have learned a thing or two, and this is where we're hanging the curtain for today. If you have any questions, like I actually did this tutorial because someone actually commented on my comment section and asked for this tutorial, this particular tutorial. So this is your tutorial. If you have any question or you have any video you want me to make, anything you want me to explain, I'm here for you. This is like my own way of giving back to the community, and the only way you can help me right now is by like hitting the like the like is free. Hit the like and subscribe, and also you can share to your friends. That's like the only way you can help me to you can encourage me to keep doing more, right? So hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and see you on the next class in the next class coming up. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. If you want to support ePianoh, subscribe. And if you don't like this video, go. Just go.